The opinions expressed here are exclusively those of CG Sense. No brand affiliations, free products, or affiliate marketing are associated with this video.
All right, so I'm going to let you guys know up front before I jump into the scent that I do really like this fragrance. Not enough to keep it personally, but because there's good and bad with it. The good, the scent is amazing, super mass appealing, has a masculine factor to it. Easy to wear, dumb reach. The bad, for me at least, it's a little bit of the performance. I kind of just wish it lasted or pushed out a little bit more than it does. That being said, even though I'm letting go of this bottle, I took a 30 ml decant from it. So obviously something worth holding on to. It's something I definitely think I'll reach for and wear. I think it's a great scent. I think it smells amazing. I think on that whole mass appeal scent category of niche fragrances, this one's just done extremely well, and I love it. It's really the smell of Christmas, and it's really versatile. So yeah, I really do like this fragrance. Now, for a week straight, I put on 6 sprays of Parfums de Marly Oajan, 2 to the chest, 2 to each wrist. It's worth noting these atomizers, maybe slightly above average strength. So yeah, like starting off with the opening is an interesting part of this fragrance because over the week it changed. The first time I sprayed Oajan, I got like a silly putty smell almost. And that's just the only way to describe it. It didn't actually smell like silly putty, but it had some kind of thing that made me think of silly putty, almost like a rubbery smell. I'm pretty sure that's the osmanthus. I'm not really sure. I'm not really the king of knowing each notes. I've never smelt an osmanthus in isolation. I'm just being honest with you guys. But there is this like rubbery thing going, and with cinnamon. I got that on day 1 revisiting it. And honestly, I really kind of liked that part. And I really only got it day 1. But I kind of liked it because it kind of took me back. It was like, oh, this is actually creative. This is different. Because I was getting this rubbery kind of smell mixed with the cinnamon and almost like the kind of consistency of booziness. It felt thick and round. As the days went on, I stopped getting the rubbery smell, but on day 1, I for sure got it. As the days went on, the opening really just was this really nice, almost boozy, inviting cinnamon smell. And it's like one of those things that's unmistakably Christmas for me. As soon as I spray it, it makes me think of the holidays, makes me think of the winter, makes me think of fuzzy sweaters. But oddly with this one, I don't know if it's the aesthetic of the bottle, but it always had it feels less like a Christmas sweater and more like a black sweater to me. So the opening of it throughout the week, even though I lost the rubbery texture, I was getting something that was very Christmas, but also masculine and something versatile as soon as I would spray it on. That would be the emotion of it coming on. And I really like the opening of this fragrance. In the dry down, does it change a whole lot? Not necessarily, but I would say for the first hour, especially towards the beginning of the week, there's this interesting addictive smell. And the way I would describe the smell of Oajan, I definitely get the honey, but the honey has almost like a gummy texture to it. This is one of those interesting scents because it's I'm trying to describe a texture of the scent. And what the texture is, it's the honey's there, but it's very elusive. And it's making me think of gummies, for whatever reason. For whatever reason. Maybe it's that rubbery osmanthus thing going, but it makes me think of a gummy. And then there's cinnamon. And it almost feels like that gumminess of the honey is giving me separation from the cinnamon. So it has this bold roundness and the sense of spaciousness with the cinnamon in the center. And the spaciousness kind of has this honey flavoring. Really weird scent description, okay? I thought about this a lot, and when I'm smelling my wrist, in a way I'm kind of just getting cinnamon, but there's so much more to it than that. And what's more to it to me is the texture of it, the roundness of it, almost like a gummy thing, and the bold roundness of it. And that whole gummy thing that I'm getting is giving me a really addictive edge. It's a real addictive smell. Makes it smell super mass appealing, super good, very round and bold, and something different, something really nice. Now with this cinnamon in the center of this honey gummy thing, I'm also getting a freshness. I don't know how to describe the freshness because it's not it's green fresh, it's yellow fresh, it's not citrus, it's not floral. It's just cologne freshness. It's a really nice freshness going on with it, and that gives it a bit of a masculine edge. So when I say like honey gummies and cinnamon, you're probably thinking super feminine. And this would be, but it has a freshness that smells masculine to me. So that's like really the first hour of the fragrance. And then between hours like 1 and about 6 or 7, that's when the fragrance kind of dials into a more linear composition. I'm left with more of the cinnamon, less of the texture, less of that gummy spaciousness, less of the freshness, and more like a cinnamon Christmas scent that still smells really good. Like I would get wafts of it throughout the day and be like, damn, like this smells really nice. A nice cinnamony, Christmassy scent, something very inviting, something very appropriate, something I could feel like I could wear everywhere. And so I even liked it. It's not one of those ones that falls flat. Like Altar and Haltane, at least to my nose, they start off really good, and then at some point they kind of just fall flat. I'm really not enjoying what I'm left with so much. Like I'm kind of like, okay, it's there, it's all right, I smell good. But this one, like after the first hour, it doesn't like fall flat. It's still going in a way where I'm still enjoying the scent of it. I hope that makes sense to people out there. So like my opinion on Oajan, it's so funny because I reviewed this fragrance in the past by just spraying a sample on and wearing a sample. And I said it reminded me of apple pie, that it felt out of place. I said, and this is just off memory, I said it feels like a Christmas sweater. It feels like not very versatile and something that I'd feel a little bit weird wearing. And it's so weird because like I feel so different from that now. Like I don't really get the apple from it now. Like the way I described the scent, I never smelt my wrist and thought apple. So I'm not really getting apple pie from this. I feel like when you don't really spend time with the scent, it's easy to like, I don't know, read some stuff online and people say, oh, it smells like apple pie. Now that's in your head. Now you spray yourself, smell it, and you kind of can convince yourself it smells like something that it actually doesn't. But actually spending a week with this, I'd say I get more of the honey from it, honey, cinnamon kind of smell. I wouldn't say it's like super unique, like it has a designer feel, but I feel like it's just so well done that speaks to the uniqueness of it. It's almost like they took something so standard, like a cinnamony, almost Christmas candle smell, to kind of give a bad example, but at least give an example, something that just smells of Christmas, and really made it the best smell they could possibly make it as a cologne that men would actually want to wear. And I feel like they were very successful. And throughout the week, I was thinking, I'm glad at least somebody did it. I'm glad somebody just created a simple, mass-appealing, cinnamon-centric scent. But I'm not getting overly gourmand. I'm not getting apple pie. That's one of the reasons this felt more versatile to me than something like Angel Share, is I feel like when I show up to work with this on, I don't smell like a kitchen. I don't smell like a bunch of baked goods. Like I feel like it smells like a fragrance, like a male's cologne. I don't know, like it's really weird how when I was sampling it, I had a totally different of opinion of it. I think it's so easy to just get caught up in groupthink and read online and go with what other people are saying, and that can actually affect the way you smell things. Like I was being honest in that video, and that's how I felt back then, but I do feel like I was influenced, and I don't feel like that's how I feel about this fragrance at all now. I don't feel it's out of place. I actually feel it's very versatile. It's very nice. I don't feel like it's challenging really or super niche. I feel like it's very appropriate. Like I would have no problem wearing Oajan to like a job interview in the winter. Like absolutely not. To make a first impression or anything, I'd be perfectly fine wearing Oajan. And a matter of fact, the strength of this and the sillage, it's not something I was overly happy with. But I'm a cologne guy, you know, I like really loud fragrances. I actually feel like Angel Share, for example, is really loud. It smells like a bakery. It's really strong. I like Angel Share more for the performance of it, for the niche factor, it's something else. But at the same time, I feel like Oajan is just so much more appropriate and easy to pull off, easy to wear, has a nice intimate sillage for a good amount of time. So like most working professional men, I feel like are gonna get more out of Oajan. Like that's, and I feel like if I worked like, basically if I'm going to like an office and it's a new job, a new setting, I definitely would not wear Angel Share. I'd wear Oajan. Anytime I know I'm going to be in a car with a bunch of people for a long time, I'd probably reach for Oajan because it has a nice intimate sillage. Over the week of wearing it, I like the performance of this, but at the same time, I'm just in my loud fragrance era. Like that's really what I'm into. Like I said before, I took a 30 ml decan of this. I'm sure I'll wear it. But at the same time, I'm in that era where I really want to push out and wear like niche stuff. Like when I have a day off of reviewing, I don't really reach for like an intimate crowd pleaser. I kind of reach for more crazy fragrances. So if I have a day off of reviewing fragrances and I can wear whatever I want, I'm much more likely to reach for Angel Share than Oajan. So it just doesn't make sense for me to keep it now. That's not a knock on the fragrance. That's just personal preference and really just documenting this personal experience. I feel like it could be beneficial for people. That's what I see these videos as. I see them as documentation of my experience, not so much reviews. Because how do you review something so subjective? Is Oajan a good fragrance? Yes. Are you likely to enjoy the smell of it? Yes. Is the performance moderate? Yes. It's not strong. I wouldn't say it's weak. I'd say over the week of wearing it, I went nose blind to the cinnamon. The first thing I went nose blind to was that rubbery texture I talked about, that osmanthus, and it started smelling more like a honey cinnamon scent around day 4. By day 7, though, I actually started kind of going nose blind to the cinnamon and I was picking up the honey more. But throughout the whole week of wearing it, it felt very comfortable as a signature scent. Even the nose blindness and the path that it took, ultimately, it's one of those ones that I spray on and I know I smell good and I feel comfortable wearing it. That's the type of fragrance this is. I don't think it's one that's for like people looking for experimental stuff or creative stuff. It's much more for people looking for a signature home-based scent while they explore more exotic stuff in their free time. This is one to look at. And I think it's a great Parfums de Marly. I think it's a great fragrance. And I'm glad somebody did this. Somebody made something like this and made it as high quality as what this is. As far as the vibe of this goes, you have to remember a lot of people, their impression of your fragrance is their first impression of it. So a lot of these challenging scents that I had to grow on me, that I had to get used to, even things like Ombre Nomad or Interlude, people around me haven't had a chance to let it grow on them yet. So some people will be really turned off by those. But I really think back to my first impression of Oajan, like the first time that I wore it on this whole week episode. I was sitting on the couch smelling my wrist and I was like, this just smells so addictive. And honestly, what made it addictive was that whole kind of like spaciousness I talked about, that gummy, rubbery texture with that cinnamon in it. It made it very addictive. Like I kept smelling my wrist. I was like, damn, am I going to end up keeping this one and having to sell something else to fund keeping it? Like I really started feeling like this one's special, this one's different because it smells so amazing. So even as I was going nose blind to Oajan, I felt like I was giving off that. I was giving off something that just simply smells extremely good. Of course, it has that winter vibe. It's very predictable, fuzzy sweater. Makes me think of Christmas music, but it also kind of has this masculine tone to it and this appropriate nature to it. It's not going too far into eggnog or, cinnamon cookie territory. Like it really has a nice cinnamony smell, nice Christmas smell, but also a masculine tone to it. And overall, that's just the vibe of it. Throughout the whole week of wearing it, it's one of those ones I sprayed on. I felt good. I felt very confident in. Also, I didn't feel like I was filling up the room with my smell. I felt like it gave me a good 7 hours intimate sillage with maybe 2 hours of projection. Overall, I feel like it was just a really good choice for winter, a very good mass appealing daily wear scent. And there's not too much else to say about the vibe of this one.
First, we have Oajan. Oajan.
People say it's creepy when I stand in the background. So I always try to go over here.
It's a little creepy, but whatever. Okay, so this first impression, wow. It's a lot. It smells really good. It smells different. To me, this smells a little bit like Vicks. Vicks Vapor Rub. It smells exactly, not exactly, but it smells a lot like how a cough drop tastes. This is a good thing. That's a good smell. I don't know if it's eucalyptus or something in that family. Rosemary. This is really good. For what I'm getting is like a herbally, minty scent that has like a sweet or vanilla base to it. It's really good. I love it. I think this would work amazing for fall, winter. It's not too overpowering, not too crazy. It's just a nice different scent. So for that, I'm going to give it an 8. I think this is more suitable for somebody from 25 and up. Maybe if you're a teenager or like a little 20-year-old. It'll be a little intense, but I think it doesn't smell mature either. This is just like an adult fragrance. Very good. Love it.
And this is the dry down.
The dry down is a little woody. So something woody comes out, and that eucalyptus Vicks thing kind of fades into the background. Very nice.